I was hoping to get is the Sun, which is a card of healing and health and happiness and growth. Very, very good, very well done. And I think that if you can just get through this period where you feel stuck and where there's no motion, if you can get through that, you will be fine. Okay? Just don't let it get you down.
Okay.
I mean, obviously it's going to get you a bit down. I mean, there's nothing, I'm not saying ignore your feelings. That of course is worse than not having feelings, is to have them and ignore them. I mean, we have an evolutionary advantage over feelings because of feelings, and it's good, you know. Like one of the things that it's just a personal thing for me is how people try to train anger out of children. Don't you raise your voice to me, young lady, and things like that, you know. Because anger is important. Anger is the thing that tells you you've been mistreated. And and now constant anger is rage, and that isn't any good. But I see that you are very in touch with your emotions, and you're acting on them, and you're acting on them in a positive way. I don't see any negativity here at all, and you're going to come out of this all right. That I get that from the Sun, the major card of the Sun, which is that you're going to get through this and be fine. So hang in there. You're on a very good path, and it's going to work for you.
Yay, that's awesome news. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Thanks for calling in. Bye-bye now.
Yeah. Bye.
And let's shuffle these up again. Let's see if I can shuffle them without ruining this the whole thing here. But that's a thing about feelings that, you know, I've written extensively about this in Reverend Elliott Explains It All. I'm just mentioning that not quite as a plug light, a plugette. Yeah. But you know, the fear is a big one, because that I've written about extensively, not just in Reverend Elliott Explains It All, but in two forewords to a book that's 106 years old called Unmasking Fear, which is, you know, these are all books at mojoacademy.org. I urge you to take a look there, just to see if anything piques your interest, because there's a book there that'll change your mind, maybe that too, but it'll change your life. I'm not interested in changing people's minds. That's why I don't argue with people. I mean, I have no dog in that hunt. You know, it means nothing to me. I have no qualms about dealing with people whose opinions differ from mine, but what I'm concerned about are people who hurt themselves with the way they think, and that's not natural, and you're definitely not doing it out of choice. You're doing it because it was implanted in you, and fear is, again, that's the emotion that tells us that we're in danger. But constant fear is terror, and that can kill you. They found, I wrote about this during the pandemic, science has long known that when you're in a state of fear, your immune system shuts down. You will get sick, because that blood and that energy is needed to go to your legs and your head, your legs and your arms and your head. The head so you can see the situation clearly, your arms so that you can fight, and your legs so that you can run like hell and get out of there if you're really in danger. You know, that's it. So this is one of the things I like about tarot, is that it covers the emotional gamut, and it shows people and validates their emotions, because so is in the movie North by Northwest, when the woman is holding a gun on Cary Grant, and he suddenly realizes that there's no bullets in it, and he refers to it as that silly gun. And whoever put that in there was rather arch, but that's what it means. It means empty. And you're not going to have empty feelings. You have these feelings for a moment, and they hit you, and they're there for a purpose. So please don't disregard them, but see if you can take command over them. And that's what things like Unmasking Fear, that book, that's what they're about. That's books like that are about. Let's see. Melissa in Batesville, Arkansas is next. Hi, Melissa. You're on with Reverend Elliott.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing well. One of the nicest people I ever met was from Arkansas, and we had a wonderful conversation a couple of times. And I said,
That's wonderful.
well, because I accidentally mentioned something to him which was sort of offensive, but I'm a New Yorker, right? So I have no feelings about these things. Now, are you native to the South?
Yes.
Okay, well then I'll tell you this because this shocks people. I went to I went to PS 87 here, the elementary school where I always loved that place because I learned how to read there, and that my whole future opened up because of reading. The name of the school is the William Tecumseh Sherman School. Now you can, I don't have to explain to you why that upsets, and it was. So I think I earned my way back. I think I did.
The well-known Southern thing of "bless your heart."
Yes, but usually sarcastically, correct?
A lot of times, yes, but yes,
Yeah.
it really makes you question it.
Yes, well, he was. He said he was so happy to hear a person up north refer to the War of Northern Aggression. So there you go, right?
Right. Yes.
So anyway, I always think of that conversation when I think of Arkansas, and I do think of Arkansas now and then. So what can I look at
You
for you
have
tonight?
to visit and see our Ozarks.
Oh, I would. I'd love to. I flew over it once,
Yes.
but that's not good enough,
Oh no.
I was in an airplane, though, just to clarify things.
I started to say.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear.
Yeah. So what would you like to look at in the cards?
Just some guidance, honey, if you don't mind.
Okay. Well, let's see. I'll shuffle them up and see what we get.
Okay.
One more here. We should do it. And I'll cut them. Oh, okay. Well, the King of Coins is here. And that's an interesting card on two levels in this case. It's and the Ace of Coins. Jeepers creepers. Well, looking for guidance, for asking me for guidance and getting there's money here. There's big money here. The King of Coins is my card. That's the significator for somebody my age, a male my age, roughly. So yeah, it's and my birth date. So yeah, that card could indicate me, but it also indicates that you're very good with money. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, because
I have no choice.
yeah, you tell me about it. I mean, I've known people who were terrible with money, and they just, and I don't mean like they were irresponsible. They were just not there.
Right.
There was a woman I knew who was an airline stewardess, so maybe it was jet lag, but she used to use credit cards